Cecily? What on earth do you mean by Cecily, Algie? Who's Cecily? Yes.
Oh, Lane, would you bring me that cigarette case Mr. Worthing left here last time he dined?
Enter Lane.
Yes, sir.
Lane goes out.
Do you mean to say that you've had my cigarette case all this time? Yes. I very wish you'd let me know about it. I've been writing frantic letters to Scotland Yard about it, and I was very near to offer a large reward.
Well, I wish you would offer that reward. I have to be more than usually hard up.
There is no good in offering a reward now that the object has been found.
Enter Lane with the cigarette case on the salver. Algernon takes it at once. Lane goes out.
I have to think that is very mean of you, Ernest, I must say.
Opens case and examines it.
However, it makes no matter, for now that I look at the inscription inside, I find that this thing isn't yours after all.
Good. Well, of course it is mine.
Moving to him.
You have seen it with me 100 times, and you have no right whatsoever to read what is written inside. It is a very ungentlemanly thing to read a private cigarette case.
Oh, it is absurd to have a hard and fast rule about what one should read and what one shouldn't. More than half of modern culture depends on what one shouldn't read.
Now, I'm quite aware of this fact, and I don't propose to discuss modern culture. It isn't the sort of thing one should talk about in private. Now, I simply want my cigarette case back!
Yes, but this isn't your cigarette case. This cigarette case is from a person named Cecily, and you said you didn't know anyone of that name.
Well, if you want to know, Cecily happens to be my aunt.
Your aunt?
Yes, charming old lady she is too. Lives at Tunbridge Wells. Just give it back to me, Algie.
Retreating to back of sofa.
Don't have a sofa! But why does she call herself Little Cecily, if she is your aunt and lives at Tunbridge Wells?
Reading.
From Little Cecily, with her fondest love.
Moving to sofa and kneeling upon it.
Don't have a sofa!
My dear fellow, what on earth is that not? Some ants are tall, some ants are not tall. That is a matter that surely an ant may be allowed to decide for herself. Yes. You seem to think that every ant should be exactly like your ant. That is absurd.
What do you mean your name isn't Ernest? You've always told me it was Ernest. I've introduced you to everyone that I know as Ernest. You answer to the name of Ernest. You look as if you are Ernest. You're the most earnest-looking person I have ever met in my life. It is on your cards. Here is one.
Taking it from the case.
Ernest Worthing, B for the Albany. I'll keep this as proof that your name is Ernest if you attempt to deny it to me, or to Gwendolyn, or to anyone else.
Puts the card in pocket.
Oh, you know what? Come off it!
Well, my name is Ernest in town and Jack in the country. And the cigarette case was given to me in the country.
Yes, but that does not account for the fact that your small Aunt Cecily, who lives at Tunbridge Wells, calls you her dear uncle. Come on, boy, you must have a better thing out at once.
My dear Algie, you talk exactly as if you were a dentist. It is very vulgar to talk like a dentist when one isn't a dentist. It produces a false impression.
Well, that is exactly what dentists do. Now go on, tell me the whole thing. I may mention that I have always suspected you of being a secret and confirmed Bunburyist, and I am quite sure of it now.
Bunburyist? Bunburyist? What on earth do you mean by a Bunburyist?
I reveal to you the meaning of that incomparable question as soon as you're kind enough to inform me why you are Ernest in the city and Jack in the country.
Well, produce my cigarette case first.
Cut! We're done.